Semper Fi, everyone. Welcome to the latest installment of Recon Jack. I'm your host, United States Marine Corps veteran and living historian Chuck Lynch. On today's episode, I'll discuss the M-1941 Marine Corps pack, which is a pack system designed specifically to overcome the shortcomings of the Army's adopted M1910 and M1928 packs. The M1941 Marine Corps pack was part of a Marine 782 gear, also nicknamed Deuce gear from the last digit in that term, and is standard issue web gear, so called because the group section of the national stock number for personal field equipment is 782. While I was in the Marine Corps, we still signed that same form when first issued our gear. By 1940, notice of the issues with the M1910 and M1928 packs became apparent to a number of Marine officers. One of them, then Lieutenant Colonel Alfred H. Noble, commanding officer of the 5th Marine Regiment, issued a regimental special order detailing 3 senior non-commissioned officers in the regiment to a special board which he convened to design a new pack system. One of the 3, Master Gunnery Sergeant Leland Lou Diamond, would later gain fame while serving as a mortarman with the regiment on Guadalcanal, and would also earn a special niche as one of the Marine Corps' most colorful enlisted men. The other 2 members of the board were Master Gunnery Sergeant Roy M. Fowle and Gunnery Sergeant John E. O'Neill. Incredibly, the design was completed in a matter of days, and a prototype was made up by Technical Sergeant George Janet. The M1941 Marine Corps pack was a true departure from the M1910 and M1928 packs in that it reverted to the basic style of the pre-1910 pack, and that it separated the load into 2 distinct packs. The idea was sound, and the system was further refined and modified by the Marine Corps. Officially adopted the following year, the new M1941 pack system was made of khaki canvas and consisted of 4 main parts: haversack, knapsack, belt suspenders, and blanket roll. The haversack is designed so that without crowding, it will carry the personal articles normally required when going offshore for combat. When so packed, the inside flaps, side and rear fold over to protect the contents. The articles usually carried include bayonet in scabbard, hook to bayonet attachment and passing through bayonet loop, entrenching tool in carrier, hook to entrenching tool attachment and secured by entrenching tool strap, steel helmet secured by top blanket roll strap, though it was more often worn on the Marine's head, poncho folded and inserted in haversack to act as a pad against back, meat can and cover with knife, fork and spoon, 1 pair socks, 1 undershirt, 1 drawers, and toilet articles, as well as U.S. Army C ration consisting of 3 cans of meat component and 3 cans containing bread component, coffee, and sugar, plus 1 U.S. Army chocolate D ration. Nowadays, we Marines stick to Crayola crayons and Elmer's glue. When additional articles are to be carried, the capacity of the haversack may be increased by turning up the inside flaps. When the blanket roll is not carried, the 2 side blanket roll straps may be buckled together around the haversack to secure them out of the way. During combat and training operations, Marines often change the inner contents of the haversack based on their individual needs and allotted supplies. The knapsack is designed to carry extra clothing for which there is not room in the haversack, particularly when sea bags, which are similar to duffel bags, cannot be transported, or when traveling by ship or rail and sea bags are not accessible. The articles usually carried are at least 1 pair of shoes, 1 trousers, 2 shirts, 2 pairs socks, 2 undershirts, and 2 drawers. By the way, that's another word for your underwear. The inside flaps may be used to increase the capacity of the knapsack in the same manner as described for the haversack. The knapsack also may be used in lieu of the officer's field bag. The belt suspenders may be worn to support the caliber 30 rifle cartridge belt, or the Webb pistol belt, or the BAR Type B belt. Marines ordinarily carry 1 or 2 canteens with cup and cover, an individual first aid bandage with pouch, and later the M2 Jungle First Aid Kit on their belt. Officers, NCOs, and other Marines often wore the pistol belt with their sidearm holster and ammunition pouch. The blanket roll may be rolled as either a short roll or a long roll. The short blanket roll components are 1 blanket, 1 shelter tent guy line, 5 round tent pins, 1 shelter tent pole, and 1 shelter tent. The long blanket roll components are the same, but with the exception of an additional blanket or 1 overcoat. The M-1941 Marine Corps pack may be worn in different combinations suited to the varying needs of the service of 10 different configurations, including the light marching pack, field marching pack, transport pack, field transport pack, knapsack pack, knapsack musette pack, hand-carried knapsack pack, baggage pack, and officer's field pack. The haversack alone, or with the bayonet and scabbard attached, was worn as a light marching pack. With the entrenching tool and support straps, it was the marching pack. With a blanket roll attached, it became the field marching pack. The lower knapsack could also be slung over the small of the back from the support straps hooked to the cartridge belt to form the knapsack pack, although this was rarely used. When both packs were worn, the combination was referred to as the transport pack. The field transport pack was made up of both packs with the long blanket roll strapped around them. In addition to the 6 versions worn on the back, the knapsack could also be slung over one shoulder by a web trousers belt and worn as a musette bag by officers and senior non-commissioned officers. Although not part of the original design, officers could also carry their field bag on the back using only the supporting straps. A leave behind pack of the knapsack and short blanket roll, minus the shelter half, could be made when troops were moving into combat with the field marching pack and needed to leave any encumbering equipment in the rear areas. This pack system was carried by Marines throughout World War II and had an influence on the design of the U.S. Army's M-1945 field and cargo pack system. Just don't tell any of your Army buddies about this information. In addition to those made at the Marine Corps Supply Depot in Philadelphia, the majority of packs were manufactured by the Boyd Company, a longtime supplier to the Marine Corps. The earliest packs were made of light khaki canvas with olive drab binding. Generally, those manufactured by 1943 were made of an overall dark khaki, while the packs made in 1944 and 1945 are an olive drab. Later modified with a tube top closure in place of the flap in 1944, this pack system was carried into both the Korean War and Vietnam War. When replaced by the Alice system in the 1970s, the pack, now in olive green, had become known as the Combat Canvas Field Pack. I hope you enjoyed today's episode of Recon Jack, and perhaps you've learned something new. I've certainly only scratched the surface of some of the topics discussed, so stay tuned for more episodes as I continue to explore the hallowed history, traditions, and individuals of the United States Marine Corps. Please feel free to like this video, subscribe to my channel, click that notification bell, and leave a comment in the section below. I always enjoy interacting with you folks and seeing the growth of this channel. As always, don't forget to tell a friend or family member, and don't hesitate to send me an email to recon_jack@hotmail.com. Until next time, semper fi and carry on.